Prologue. Scene 1. Storybrooke, Maine. August 27th, 2013. There's something that's been on my mind for a while. I've thought about it when August showed up in town and, again, when Dad did. How many other people in the real world are from fairytale land? There could be hundreds, thousands. They could be ordinary people, heroes, or villains. Who's to say for sure? And how's one to know? Fairytale characters might have blended themselves into society, working and raising families. They could be passing strangers. If August and Dad could do it, others can, too. How's your hot cocoa? Mom asks. It's good. Could use a bit more cinnamon, though. It's been over a year since she returned from the enchanted forest with Grandma, but I still miss spending time with her. I'm never going to take her or Grandma for granted ever again. That month they were gone was hectic and lonely without them. Sure, I got a bunch of grandpa-grandson bonding time, but I had just gotten Mom back. And Grandma, too, even though technically I had her my whole life. But she had just remembered who she truly is and that I'm her family. It was foolish of me to think we could all be a normal family after the curse broke. We'll never be normal. I blamed Gold for bringing magic to Storybrooke the moment Mom broke the curse. He couldn't wait, could he? But I should have seen it coming. Rumpelstiltskin can't live without power. Unlike my family, I've never been to fairytale land. I would like to, though. I want to know where my family and friends come from. Realm number 1 is the Enchanted Forest, of course. It's where everyone is from, and I want to visit all their castles, kingdoms, cottages, and favorite spots. But it will probably never happen because of what occurred with Mom and Grandma. And then there are those anxieties over Greg and Tamara arriving in Storybrooke. Because of those newbies, magic has been on hold for a while, which I guess is good. It gives me the normalcy I wanted with my family. And Dad's here, so I can't complain. Though, no one is a fan of having two outsiders in Storybrooke. Mainly because we can't be ourselves. It's like everyone's still cursed. Speaking of curses. Hey, Mom? Yeah, she says with her mouth full of pancakes. I had another one of those dreams last night. Her eyes lift from her plate and fill with worry. You mean in the netherworld? Yeah. Aurora was there, too. I hold my mug with both hands, raising it to my mouth. What did she say? Last time, I told her about my storybook, but I woke up before she could tell me something. This time, she asked if I could find her daughter. Her daughter? She never mentioned a daughter when me and Mary Margaret were in the Enchanted Forest. Well, she has one. And she said that she gave her up to her sister in a kingdom called Arendelle. Mom shakes her head. Arendelle? I've never heard of it. Do you know what story it's from? No. I didn't know Aurora had a sister. Yeah, me neither, but as we both know, all these stories aren't how they were told. But she asked if I could look in my book and try to find where her daughter is. Did she give you a name? No. We got cut off again. All right. I know how important this must be for Aurora, so go ahead. Though, I'm not sure if we can go out to find her with Greg and Tamara in town. Hook, too. I don't think we have to go out to find her. I just have to find out if Aurora's daughter is still in Arendelle and let Aurora know. She could find her with Mulan and Phillip. Phillip? Mom asks, leaning forward, a bit confused. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Aurora and Mulan found Phillip's soul and returned it to his body. Oh, good. I needed some happy news today, she says, looking down. Why? What's happened? As if it wasn't already difficult trying to conceal magic from Greg and Tamara, now we've got a sighting of some sort of flying monster. What kind of monster? I ask, excited. One that probably has cravings for little boys. She smiles. Hey, I'm not little anymore. I know you aren't, she says with a sigh. I have to hurry up here if you don't mind, so I can go home and search my book for Aurora's daughter. Mom lowers her head. You could stay over at Mary Margaret's apartment, you know? I know, but I want to sleep in my room tonight. Plus, Regina's my mom, too. She's trying really hard to be good. She's the one who saved you and Grandma. I just want to stay over there today. Okay. She's hurt, but I want to be in the comfort of my home today. I hope my moms can work out how to share me because I hate choosing one of them and upsetting the other. Also, it's not a pleasant feeling when you're fought over and viewed as a prize to be won. Call me if you need anything. I will. She takes one last swig of her hot chocolate and leaves. Scene 2. At home, I flip through pages of my storybook, trying to find information about Aurora's daughter. It doesn't take long for me to find the part of the story where Aurora gives birth to her. And there it is, her daughter's name, Anna. I don't know who Anna is in any fairy tale, so I continue searching through my book. After a ton of reading and flipping, I finally find Anna's story, so I do some research. Her story ends when she goes through a magic beans portal to this world, changing her name to Isabella. I knew it. I knew there had to be more fairy tale characters out in the real world. Anna's another one of us. Since she's here, we could find her and bring her to Storybrooke. But then that means no one can know who her true father is. It came as a shock when I found out, and I can only imagine how my family would react. I can't tell anyone the truth. It could ruin everything, and no one would give Anna a chance. They have to because Anna belongs in Storybrooke. She's one of us, whether my family likes it or not. I'll just tell everyone what they'd assume. Prince Phillip is Anna's father. It makes sense, and no one would question it. And I'll say the real reason Aurora gave Anna up was to protect her from Maleficent, even though Maleficent wasn't a threat during the time of Anna's birth. Hopefully, no one will know, even Mom too and Gold. If Anna knew the truth about why her mother gave her up, it would kill her. She needs to think that Aurora gave her up to give her her best chance. That's how I got over Emma giving me up and how she got over her parents giving her up. I don't want to lie to my family or Anna, but I must in order to protect them and prevent a riot. No one will know except me. Scene 3. In the afternoon, I head straight to Granny's with Mom too. We walk through the door, and I see Mom, Grandpa, Grandma, Belle, Lacey, and Gold. Obviously, Granny and Ruby are here, too. Hey, kid. I ordered your iced tea and grilled cheese, Mom says as she gets up from her booth, walking toward me. Thanks, Mom. I found out who Aurora's daughter is. Her face lights up. What's this talk about Aurora's daughter? Mom too asks. When me and Mary Margaret were in the enchanted forest, Aurora told us she gave up her daughter to a woman in Arendelle, Mom fibs. I suppose that's for the best. I don't want Mom too to worry about me going to the netherworld again. And what does that have to do with my son? Mom too places a firm grip on my shoulder. I asked Henry if he could check his book to see who her daughter might be. Aurora didn't tell you? No. There wasn't enough time. We were on the move. Cora was after us. Well, you don't need to bring my mother into this. Can I speak now? I ask. When they don't say another word, I say, thanks. I head to the counter and climb onto a stool. My mom stand in front of me while Grandpa and Grandma come over to join us. I guess Mom told them about the situation. I found out who Aurora's daughter is. Lacey and Gold get up from their table and join the rest of us. They stand next to Grandpa and Grandma, and they all make a semicircle around me as I speak. She's Queen Anna of Arendelle. Aurora's sister, Gerda, was the queen, but she and King Agnar died in a shipwreck. Anna's cousin, Elsa, who she thought was her sister, has ice magic. Elsa accidentally struck Anna with her powers when they were kids, and she forgot about Elsa's magic. Their parents separated them, so something like that wouldn't happen again. They were separated? I can only imagine how hard that must have been, Grandma says. I continue. 3 years after their parents' death, Elsa was crowned queen. Anna met a prince, who she fell in love with, but his true motives were to kill Elsa, so he could rule since he was 13th in line to be king of his own kingdom. Oh, my gosh! Grandma exclaims, hovering her hand over her mouth. I got to make this quick. Greg or Tamara could walk in at any second. Long story short, he tried to kill Anna as well but failed. Several years later, he and his 12 brothers threatened Arendelle's peace and Anna. She went through a portal to this world to escape. 12 brothers? Mom says. I applaud their mother. You can applaud. I'll send my condolences, Mom too says. How long ago did this happen? Grandpa asks with his arms crossed. 16 years ago. So, she's in this world? I can find her. It will take some research, but... I cut Mom off. I already did all that. She lives in a foster home in New Jersey. Wait. I thought she would be an adult. Why is she in the foster system? Grandpa asks with a look of concern. Oh, yeah. That's the problem. She used a different kind of magic bean. One with a purple glow. That's not good, Gold says, his head lowered. His voice has the slightest ounce of worry. What is it, Mr. Gold? Lacey asks, twirling her hair. Why is that not good? What happens? Mom too says, arms folded, agitation written across her face. I didn't know there were different types of magic beans, Grandpa says. The magic bean with the purple glow does what any other magic bean does. It creates a portal to any realm. The price, it turns you back into an infant. So, she grew up all over again? Mom says, her face scrunched as if she is trying to comprehend everything said. Exactly, Gold says. So, no matter what you do, she's not going to remember anything. It's as if she was cursed. We can still try, I jump in. I made Emma believe. I can do the same for Bella. They all look at me with confusion. Oh, right. Sorry. Before she went through the portal, she changed her name to Isabella for added security. She goes by Bella, though. It won't be easy, kid. I know, Mom, but it's worth the shot. She's alone, just like you were. She deserves to be with her family, here, in Storybrooke. Mom's face softens with sympathy. I can go after her and bring her here. Absolutely not. You're staying right here, Mom too demands, pointing at the ground. She's right, Henry. It's too dangerous. For once, we agree. But I can do it. Emma broke the curse because I brought her here. Maybe Bella can do something great, too. Henry, no. You put yourself in danger by going out to find me. You're not going to do the same for someone you don't know. He didn't know you, Mom too says. Right, but I'm his mother. Until you sign those papers. Can you two not start up again? Grandma says before Mom can make a clever comeback. This is important. I know I could do it if you let me, I say. I was safe when I went out to find Emma. I didn't know where you were back then, Mom too says. Do you know how much you scared me? I was worried sick. I had Graham searching all over Storybrooke for you. R.I.P., Grandpa says. I know, and I'm sorry, but you have to let me go find Bella. What if one of you came with me? Henry, the answer is no, Mom too says, looking hard at me. Emma and Regina are right, Henry, Grandma says. It's far too dangerous to leave Storybrooke. They wouldn't be able to use magic if they needed to. Bella might be unwilling to come here, anyway. She's a teenager. She won't want to listen to a young boy. But. No buts, Henry, Mom says. I need to go, Lacey says, going to the exit. Gold speaks as she is about to leave. Are you all right, Lacey? It's happy hour, and I'm not going to miss it. Feel free to join me. She opens the door and leaves Granny's. I really hope someone can find a way to get Belle her memories back. Do you know Bella, Gold? You always seem to know everyone from our world, Grandma says. No, I never met her. Now, if you excuse me, I have better things to do than standing here, surrounded by all of you. He leans on his gold cane as he walks out of the diner. Well, this was fun. In case you all forgot, I'm the mayor. I need to go to my office. I have work to do, Mom too says, turning on her heel. Yeah, and I need to get to the station, Mom says. I'll come with you, Grandpa says. When he moves, he reveals Delilah, who was standing behind him and Grandma. She must have been here the whole time. I've always wanted to go on an adventure and be a hero like everyone in my family. I wish I could do that in Storybrooke, but whenever something exciting happens, I'm told to stay away, so I don't get hurt. How am I supposed to prove to my family I can be a hero if they never give me a chance? I know that if I leave town, I could find Bella and bring her to Storybrooke. I did it for Mom, and I was even younger then. I'm 12 now, and I know I can do this. If I pull it off, my family will view me as a potential hero following in their footsteps, and maybe they could let me tag along on adventures and take part in villain busting. Scene 4. Later in the day, I make my way to Grandma's apartment to get a few things I need to find Bella. I'm going, no matter what anyone says or does. I speed walk down the street next to the clock tower, and Delilah heads my way. We both stop in the middle of the intersection when we reach each other. That was a lot of drama earlier, huh? She is dressed in her classic blue and gold jacket and baseball cap. Yeah, listen. I'm going to find Bella and bring her to Storybrooke. Her eyes grow wide, and her jaw drops. She must think I'm an idiot for defying my moms. Dude, your moms were against that. I know her too well. I guess that comes from the 9 years of babysitting. I don't care. I have to do it. She's in my book, and she belongs here with all of us in the town of fairy tales. Henry, your mom said, no. They're going to be mad, and you don't want to get on Regina's bad side. I can handle her. I live with her, remember? But, Henry, I don't care what you, my moms, or anyone says. I'm going, no matter what, and no one can stop me. So, Don't bother trying to get in my way. She steps back. Fine, whatever. Thank you, but you have to promise you won't tell anyone, especially Emma and Regina. Okay. I won't tell anyone. But you owe me, she says, pointing at me. Thanks. I take her by surprise and hug her. Yeah. You're welcome. You are now officially part of Operation Python, I say, pulling away. Operation Python? AKA Operation Bring Bella to Storybrooke and make her remember who she is. You and your operation names. Must they always be named after snakes? See you later. See ya. Oh, wait, she says before I can go. Have you seen Regina anywhere? No one's seen her for a while. Nope. But she's probably in her vault finding out how to fix the border. Right. Good luck with your mission. Thanks. I'm gonna need it. I run down the street to continue my preparations. I have quite the adventure ahead of me. Scene 5. August 28, 2013. They take me from the mines just as my moms defuse the trigger and save Storybrooke. Greg and Tamara make their getaway while gripping me by my coat. We reach the cannery, and the two race past it, moving me toward the docks. Relax, kid. We're not gonna hurt you, Tamara says as I continue to struggle free. Just everyone I love. You tried to blow up Storybrooke. True, but that was never the point. It wasn't? We came here to destroy magic, Henry, Greg says, stopping us from moving. He maintains his hold on me and bends to meet me at eye level. But then we found something more important, something that changed everything. You. I don't understand. Why am I so important? Am I the reason they were in Storybrooke this past year? We reach the docks, but it isn't long before my moms, Grandma, and Grandpa show up. They run as fast as they possibly can. Delilah is not far behind them. Greg notices them coming, so he throws a magic bean, opening up a portal in the ocean. Henry. Mom yells behind us. Henry. Grandpa shouts. All of their feet hitting the wood get closer, but the sound is still too far away to get here in time. Greg and Tamara leap off the dock, dragging me along with them. I didn't expect to go to fairytale land this way. I don't want to go without my family. Also, how am I supposed to bring Bella to Storybrooke if I'm not in the real world? The last thing I see is a bright flash of green light. Scene 6. Once Upon a Time Season 2, Episode 22, https://onceupon-a-time.fandom.com/wiki/and_straight_on_percent 27 till_morning/transcript.